Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Expat Conversations with your host, Michael Nolen. I want to say thank you for tuning in today. First of all, before we go any further, I want to say very, very big thank you to the Villa Monte Carlo Hotel and Resort here in the beautiful Chapala area. This is a beautiful resort that has allowed us for the last several years film all of our shows here at the location. So I want to say thank you very much. They're very, very good hosts. If you don't know about the Villa Monte Carlo, it's a very nice resort right here on the west side of Chapala on the main highway, and it extends all the way down to the beautiful lake. You may be able to see some of that behind us. The resort has been here for a long, long time, and it's just really, really a beautiful place. They've got a lot of amenities to offer. Not only do they have hotel rooms, but they have convention type rooms to hold up to almost 200 people. They have a lot of small salons where you can have small meetings from, a group of 5 or 6 all the way up to a couple of hundred. They also have a really, really good restaurant. They have a beautiful swimming pool area, thermal spa area, and they have 6 pickleball courts. And so there's a lot to offer here. So if you're coming down to the lakeside area for just a day or two and need a nice hotel to stay in, or if you have a large group that you need a meeting place for to hold a 2 or 3 day conference, this is a great place to do it. And we really encourage you to come by. And if you're just in town and want to come by and have something to eat at the restaurant, they've got a really, really nice restaurant too. And of course, I need to say thank you very much to Dr. Marco Antonio Cortez Gradado, the former general rector of the University of Guadalajara, and now he's the head of the Institute of Innovation, Investigation, and Governance. And this is the department of the university that allows us to have this show. So I want to say thank you very much to them, and now we'll get on to our special guest. Today I have Ricardo Razo as my guest, and I want to say thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. He has been with the city of Chapala, or the municipality of Chapala, for about 6 months now? A year? I lose track of time.
10 months.
10 months. And he is basically the outreach between the municipality and the expat community. Correct?
That's correct. Liaison.
Liaison. That's a hard word for me to say.
For me too.
Well, anybody. But anyway, I want to say thank you very much for taking your time. I had the person that had the job before you, Aurora Michelle, on about a year and a half ago, and we were talking about different things that's going on. And one of the things that was getting ready to happen then was the election. We do have elections in Mexico for the municipal presidents and mayors and governors, I believe, every 3 years. The president, and I think a lot of the Senate and things like that, are every 6 years. But the election was about a year away, and it was looming. And anytime there's an election, you can have a change of party, or you can have the same party. You can have a change of persons, or you can have the same person. And now, here we are in August of 2024. The elections are over, and the municipal mayor or president of the Chapala municipality was re-elected. And so he's got another 3 years in term, and I'm sure he'll start completing a lot of the things he started in his first 3 years. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. Can you kind of briefly give us a short bio of yourself? And where have you worked before? And you said you've been in this position with the government for 10 months. Kind of what you did before and what you're doing now, and kind of the relationship that the municipality wants to have with the expats, or does have, and what improvements y'all want to make, where we can go for questions and answers, and just anything else you want to talk about. So I'll be quiet for a minute if I can, and let you have the open mic, okay?
Well, Michael, it's very nice to meet you, and thank you for the invitation. My name is Ricardo Razo. I was working as a banker, financial advisor for close to 20 years in a Jijic area in a bank called Multiva, Casa de Bolsa. And then, I guess retire.
Yeah, bankers and accountants are pretty smart guys. They know how to deal with that money.
And I was working basically with expats. Over 95% of my clients was American or Canadians or Europeans. And basically I was working all that years for the expats on the financial administration and advising. And I'm a musician too.
Okay.
During the weekends.
And what instrument do you play?
Keyboard.
Okay.
And I'm a singer, and I play a lot of music from the 60s and 70s.
I know that all. Being 70 years old, that's when I grew up.
Many years ago, I was doing shows of Elvis.
Oh, really?
Using the jumpsuit. So through the music, I have a lot of contact with the expats too. So when I get retired, I know Aurora Michel for many years. She's retired too. She was working as a banker too.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know much about her history.
No, for many years, many years.
Well, she's only 28. What she
She's
told
a
me
wonderful
anyway.
person.
Very sweet lady.
She noticed that she basically recommended me to the mayor to this position, be in contact with the expats with the local government.
I'm going to stop you. Who is the mayor? Because I don't.
Yeah, let me explain you.
I don't live in Chapala. I live over in a beautiful little Mexican, emphasis on the Mexican village called Islahuacan de los Membrillos. It's only about 10 miles from Chapala. But
yeah, we're neighbors.
I feel like it is Mexico. I think there's about maybe 10 of us gringos over there versus 35,000 over here.
Yeah, it's different. It's on the other side of the mountain.
The peaceful side.
Yeah. Well, the mayor right now, his name is Alejandro Aguirre.
Okay.
He was president in the period of 2001 to 2003, over 20 years ago. He was like a 27 years old.
Very young.
Very young. I worked with him too on the social development department on that period. After that, then I went to the bank. And then he won the election from 2021 to 2024. And then we have elections this year again, and he runs again to be mayor for third term. And he wants. That means that he's doing good things and right things. So the people trust in him and they vote on him again. So he is going to be the president of the municipality of Chapala from 2024 to 2027.
And then maybe you'll run.
No.
Yeah, why not?
Well, because we know each other for many years too, he was agreed that I become to be the liaison of the municipal government with the expats of foreign community. Why? Because for him it's very, very important the expats that lives here permanently or temporarily, because they create too much jobs, and economically they support a lot of the economy of the municipality and cultural.
Well, I know all that very well because my wife for the last 10 years has studied. She's a doctor at the University of Guadalajara and a research scientist. She has studied the impact of the expats on the country of Mexico. And there are thousands of different surveys that she's given out, about 400 questions per survey that talk about everything from A to Z. And then she compiles all the data, and the university uses it, the government uses it, the state of Jalisco, the country of Mexico, because there's so many. There's over 1.5 million expats, Americans, living here in Mexico. And then you have all the Europeans, and you have a lot of Canadians. So she studies the whole expat community and the effects, either the positive, the really, really great, or the really, really negative. And it does range from A to Z. And she has really, really worked hard on that. And I think her research under Dr. Marco Antonio Cortez Gradado is very, very important. And so I see the different things, when she's doing her work, she'll ask me a question about this, that, and the other. She wants a gringo or an American's opinion. And so I give it to her. But I see how different it is. And it's very important. I mean, some of the expats are very, very, very happy with some of the things that go on here. Some of them are very, very upset about some of the things that go on. And I'm sure the municipality is the same way. Y'all love some of the things the gringos or the expats do, and then y'all aren't so happy about some of the other things they do. And so it's very important that they have a liaison like yourself to kind of balance it out. And so I thank you for what you do.
Yeah, well, because of that, the mayor created an office that never was before. And I don't think that any other municipality of the state of Jalisco have this office.
I don't think so either.
This office basically is a contact direct, because many of the expats, when something happened, because of the language, sometimes it's a limit to express what's going on, what's happening on my street, for example. What can I do, for example, to get a discount car? Or what if somebody breaks into my house? What I call? What I do? What if I die?
That's true. Yeah, well, if
That
you die,
kind of questions.
you ain't got much to worry about.
So many things that this office can provide, basically information. And it's a direct contact basically with me to provide that information, or that if they have a question, oh, my light is not working, where can I report it?
And we're not talking about the light in your house. We're talking about the big street light out in front of your house. It's, helps you walk in the evenings because the road may not be perfectly flat, or for security reasons. I want to stop you right now, and I want to ask you to look into the camera and slowly tell people how to contact you. Give them your email address, your phone number, where your office is, because if they don't know where you are, who you are, and all that, it doesn't matter how many questions they have. If they can't find you, they don't know how to, they're not going to get an answer.
Yes.
So if you wouldn't mind, do that, and then we'll do it again at the end of the show, and then we can talk about all the things you can help people with.
Sure. We have an office on the old building. It's called Antigua Presidencia. It's right on the downtown of Chapala. It's a yellow building, right on the light. My office is on the second floor. It's right on the corner of Morelos and Juarez, which is the main avenue.
Intersection in Chapala.
To contact me, basically, it's more easy through the email address, which is liaisonchapala@chapala.gov.mx. Gov with B.
G-O-V.
G-O-B as in boy.
G-O-B.
G-O-B.
Okay.
Because it's in Spanish.
we'll go ahead and I'll have my technicians put it on the bottom.
To put it on the bottom.
And so it's best by email, or do you have a phone number?
If you need to contact me through the phone number, my phone number is 33-1326-8930. That's my personal and direct phone number. In case that you have a question, or you can send me a WhatsApp through this phone.
Well, I'll have our audio-visual team put it down at the bottom, so it's going to be right down here somewhere.
Yeah.
But I do thank you for that.
Yeah, and let you know, Michael, that the mayor's period is going to end on September 30.
Okay.
And that's where I'm going to continue until September 30. The mayor is going to decide if I'm going to continue or someone else is going to stay in my place.
Wait, Mayor not change up on us, Mr. Mayor. Heck of a guy here. He does a great job, and we appreciate him, so keep him in office. I don't know if he'll watch the show or not, but...
well, I hope that he
know.
watches the show. Thank you, Michael.
You know, I'll vote for you.
Well, thank you. Well, it's going to be a lot of changes because he's going to start a new administration for another 3 years. New people is coming. People that is in one place is going to be moved to another place. And that all changes is kind of normal every 3 years when we change government on the municipalities. So right now, I'm not too sure if.
Well, let's hope for the best. My grandfather taught me a long, long time ago a little saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So everything's going good now, let's just keep it going, okay? Well, let's hope you the best. And
well, thank you, Michael.
Hopefully it'll be you in your position for another 3 years, unless you decide to go back to banking. What all do you do? We mentioned I have a big light outside my house that's been out for a week. I can call you, you can help negotiate between the light department and whoever. Or there's a 2-foot pothole right out in front of my driveway and I can't go into it because my car gets stuck. Or when it rains really, really hard, the mud comes down the hill and it washes right into my whatever, house or swimming pool or whatever. There's a lot of things that we need help with. We don't know how to do it. I had a young lady with the municipality on about a year ago, and she was environmentalist type. And if you're going to cut down trees on your property, you need some permission.
That's
if I remember right. If you're going to build an addition to your house or put in a pool or whatever, there's a lot of things we need to do. How do we get our driver's license? How do we keep our visas updated? There's a million things that we have to deal with in our lives, and a lot of it's through the municipality. Where do we pay our taxes? What happens if I get a parking ticket? Where do I pay that? Is there any questions that are too stupid for us to call you about?
Oh, no. It's not a stupid question.
So from A to Z,
it's an important question. For example, some people want to get a driver's license. They don't know where to go, which documents they have to present. Mm-hmm. If they have a driver test and a writing test, too, all that information we provided. And people say, well, I don't know, I would like to, for example, I would like to, my Social Security pension, instead of being deposited in a U.S. bank, can be deposited in a Mexican bank. Mm-hmm. Many people doesn't know, and they don't know how to do it. So we provide that information too. How can I get a discount card?
Like the MPAM card?
INAPAM.
That's what I have. Once you're 60, I believe it is.
Yes.
You can get an MPAM card, and I know for sure it gives you a 50% discount on the buses.
Yeah,
if you want to go
taxes,
from here to Puerto Vallarta or wherever.
Flights, taxes.
Flights. I didn't know about flights.
I didn't know too. Sorry.
Huh?
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure. I've never got one off of Valeris or Aeromexico.
But on the property taxes.
Property taxes, water bills, things like that.
Yeah, and if you get a ticket on a transit police, where can I go to pay it, and how much I'm going to pay it? Yeah, that kind of questions, we can help you on that cases. We are basically we use the email. Mm-hmm. It's more easy for many people, or they.
Well, you have a permanent record. A phone call, 99% aren't recorded, and so with a email, it is all documented, and you can go back and forth.
We
on
make
things.
a follow up of that. We contact the different departments of the municipality. If you have a water problem on your street, I contact them. We have a problem here, and they go to fix it.
Or if the trash, the basura is not being picked up, or maybe there's a dead animal in your neighborhood. A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, yeah. This is a new office, so we are learning how help this big and big with capital letters community of expats.
You can also help the Mexican communities. There's a lot of people that are moving here and live here that, maybe from Guadalajara or maybe from Mazatlan or whoever knows, and they need help, and they don't know the workings and the in and out of the government also.
Yeah, we have an office for Mexicans to make that kind of reports.
Okay.
You can make a report to 376-7658-0000, which is the president's office, where you can receive attention. It's called Atención Ciudadana, where you can make that kind of reports. But if it's if you are expat and you don't know how to communicate in Spanish, so you can use the channel of the email liaison chapala at chapala.gov.mx.
And then you can kind of negotiate and get an answer for them or get some help for them.
Exactly.
Perfect.
That's
well, your office is very well needed. I mean, there's many expats that live here and have for so many years. I'm really, really shocked that no other municipal president or mayor, as we're referred to them in the United States, would want to go ahead and start an office like that. So you've been doing it for 10 months. How has the back and forth been between you and the expats? I'm sure very positive in a lot of occasions.
Oh yeah, the expats gives more benefits than negative things. I can tell you that. We have some negatives as everywhere. People that come and create problems and things like that. But basically, the people that live here, they come to, they are retired at the beginning. They are looking for a Pacific place with a nice weather.
That's here.
Weather.
Perfect weather, eternal spring.
It's different than Islahuacan, for
well,
example.
I was talking to my brother. I was talking to my brother in Oklahoma City a little while ago. He was on his back porch eating breakfast. It was 94 degrees. He said it's only going to get up about 105 or 6 today, and they're in the middle of August, just like we are, and it's been over 100 all summer long. It seems like, and Chapala's 1,500 miles farther south, but Oklahoma City is about 1,200 feet above sea level. We're at about 5,000 some odd, 5,200 feet above sea level. It never really gets above 85. It never gets below 60. It's just perfect spring weather.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
It's considered the second best weather of the world.
I think it's the best.
The lakeside.
Who has the best?
Used to be the I don't know, in Africa, one
really?
place, but used to be the best weather of the world. Lakeside.
Well, that's what brings an awful lot of people here.
Yeah, and because the lake is thermoregulator of the weather. So it creates a microclimate or weather
Well, Lake Chapala is the biggest body of water,
of the
not
Mexico.
only in Mexico, but I think all in Central America also.
Yeah,
So,
it's the biggest lake of Mexico. And another of the benefits that the people have when they live here is that you have an international airport in 30 minutes.
oh yes.
And you have in 45 minutes the second biggest city of Mexico, Guadalajara.
And that can be a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, it's a good thing because they have very good
Oh,
hospitals.
they have everything in the world, but it's a 700-year-old city, and most of the streets are very, very narrow. It's got about 6 million people there in the vicinity, the metro area, and it was built for about 300,000. I mean, it's very, the traffic over there is some of the worst.
I know.
And the way the city has grown over the last 400 years, the streets are the most confusing I've ever seen anywhere in the world.
I know.
I was at an intersection the other day over there. There was 8 streets all ran into each other, and they weren't in a nice, perfect circle like you'd find other parts of the world. They were just, one was going this way, and one was crossing it, and one went under, and then one went.
Well,
very, very confusing to drive over there.
Well, that's part of the history.
So I guess part of the fun.
If you go to Ajijic, the streets, it was made it just to
For a horses
and donkeys, and,
yeah.
and not for cars.
Yes.
Now we have a problem in Ajijic.
Well, that's
but you
true.
cannot move the houses.
No, you can't move the houses. You couldn't do it in Guadalajara, but you can walk everywhere because it's not more than maybe 2 or 3 square miles.
Exactly.
That's one thing I like about Isla Huacán. I can walk everywhere in the whole town in 10 minutes. I better quit advertising Isla Huacán because there'll be a lot of people moving over there. And I want it to remain Mexico. I don't want it to be gringo land.
It's a very Mexican. Isla Huacán is a very older. I heard that older than Guadalajara.
It's 1500s.
Isla Huacán. And another of the benefits of living in Mexico, basically here in Lakeside, is the cost of living.
There's a gentleman.
Probably you noticed that.
Well, there's a gentleman from Minnesota about 4 months ago, went back to Minnesota for a month. And while he was there, he decided he was going to compare cost for 15 items. And then he decided he expanded it to 50. So he expanded to 50 items of what he was going to pay for it at a supermarket in Minnesota versus what he'd been paying down here. And then he came back and he rechecked all the prices, and the peso dollar had changed a little bit, but he was going at about 18 pesos per dollar. And it came out to be about 39%. So if you're going to spend $100 in the United States, you're going to spend $39 here. Now that's not true on everything, but the cost of living, I know for sure, food, restaurants, entertainment is way, way cheaper. Taxes, I mean, I'm paying less in taxes on my property. I paid about 90% less than what I paid in Texas when I lived there. Water and trash, things like that. Now, real estate, that's one negative because so many gringos here. The price of real estate in certain areas is very, very high. I mean, not as high as some places, but it can be very high. And sometimes cars, I know cars are more expensive. If you buy them here, you can buy a Ford Mustang in Dallas, Texas for maybe $48,000, $50,000, and here it'd be $70,000, $80,000. There are some that are more expensive, but in the long run, I think you can live down here for less than 50% what it costs you. And the average mean price in the United States, parts of Canada and some parts of Europe. So besides the weather, economics is very, very important. The food is incredible. The entertainment is incredible.
The people.
The friendliness, the warm hearts of the people opening up their selves, their houses, their restaurants.
They can You can find somebody on the street that say buenos dias.
That's right, and they talk back to you unlike a lot of parts of the United States.
You don't hear that in many places in the United States.
Places. Oklahoma you do, because everybody's just good people up there, but anyway. I'm going to ask you a couple funny things. What's the funniest thing that someone's called you about? And I'm sure you've had a couple of calls that are just kind of ridiculous, like, hey, my dog won't eat. Can you come over and get the government to help me or something?
Well, sometimes it's funny emails, people that probably they feel alone.
Do they?
And they just want to talk with somebody, and they call.
Well, that's okay,
And that's okay. We can.
You're there to
hear
listen.
you.
We appreciate that.
And they call because I feel depressed and I feel alone, because many people here doesn't have any family.
That's true.
In the United States, so they move here and they notice that people here is different.
They will talk to you.
They talk to you.
Yeah, well, we're almost out of time. Is there anything in closing that you want to say that I haven't asked you about or we haven't talked about? I know you have a very, very important job and we appreciate it very much. And I really, really hope that you can continue for the next 3 years in your position. Mm-hmm. I doubt the mayor's going to be calling me and asking me for advice, but if he does, I'll tell him, I'll give you 2 thumbs up. But what would you like to say in closing?
Well, just telling people that you have a contact here. You're not alone. There is an office that provides information if you need it, help, and basically tell you what to do in case that you have a problem related with the government, with the local government.
The municipal government of the Chapala area.
Yeah, the municipality of Chapala includes Ajijic,
okay,
San Antonio, Chapala, Riberas, Chapala, Santa Cruz. Well, there is another small village called Hacienda de la Labor. San Nicolas, that's where I come from, that's where I live. And includes Atotonilquillo. It's close to Islahuacan.
I don't even know where that's at, but I'll take your word for it.
These villages is part of the municipality of Chapala. The main city of the municipality is Chapala. But the other villages that I mentioned, Ajijic is a very, very important village for Chapala because of the amount of expats that lives there permanently. And
then we have the snowbirds that'll all start coming back. I call it Thanksgiving to Easter. From about mid-November when it drops down below 0 in Canada, all the way till it gets up to about 50. A lot of expats from Canada come down here.
Well, in Canada it's going to start to snow.
Yeah, it snows some places all year round.
So when the snow starts, well,
here they come.
Not only them, the birds, the big
That's
ones,
right.
the pelicanos, borregones.
The penguins, not penguins, pelicans.
Pelican. Well, we call borregones.
Well,
they move too.
There's a big election coming up about
in November in the United
month
States.
And a half, and I think there'll be a whole lot more people coming. Some will be happy, some will be mad, but they'll be coming anyway, and they're all welcome. So come on down, enjoy yourself down here lakeside, and when you get down here, if you have any questions about anything, call Ricardo. He'll be more than glad to help you. And I really want to say once again, thank you very much for your time, all the information you gave, and all the help you are providing us ignorant gringos about not knowing anything, and you can help us. So thank you very much.
That's what I'm for. Michael.
Okay, well, we hope to have you back on the show again after you get appointed again, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you a lot for listening.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much for tuning in to Expat Conversations with me, Michael Nolen. We'll see you on the next show.
Happy trail.